Okay, for a while I've been thinking a lot and researching and looking into the idea of presents. And not the things we open up on our birthdays, although that's lovely, but rather how we show up, whether it's as parents, in the workplace, in our relationships, out in the world. How are we showing up? How present are we in those relationships? Because the degree to which you're present is the degree to which you will have impact. And we've all seen this in the world. We've seen situations where somebody walks in a room and they just have presence. They just command the room. They say something and everybody's attention is riveted. We've also seen the situations where somebody walks in the room and there's just so much try. Like they're trying to get attention. And that's a different kind, a different level of presence. That's as we say, too much try. There's a lot of energy being expended outward in order to get that attention. But it's not a solid, sure energy as it is when we are just totally present. There's another type of person that can walk in the room, and they walk in the room and they seem invisible. And that's because their energy is moved towards themselves. We've all experienced that as well. That's where we're feeling very self-conscious. We just want to be invisible. We don't want the attention. We don't want to be seen. So we turn the energy in. And there's a fabulous story about Marilyn Monroe, and she was with somebody and she was walking and the person was wondering, well, how come people around us here don't seem to realize you're Marilyn? And she says, oh, that's easy. And she just shifted something within her energy, her presence, and then all of a sudden everybody realized Marilyn Monroe was within their midst and they all came at her. It was about her presence, how she was showing up. And we all know we fluctuate between these three different types of presence. But if you want to be most impactful, the presence that you need to show up as is this grounded, centered, real, solid, present, where you are engaged and exchanging with a give and take your energy with another person. You are connected, and as a result of that connection, you're deeply listening. And when we deeply listen, that's when we get to co-create with another or with a group. We've all seen this happen if we've gone to any kind of a theater show, Broadway, what have you. You know, the stars themselves even say, I feed off the energy of the audience. It's a simpatico relationship. How present they are in their roles is also exchanged with how present the audience is. So there's this give and take between the two. And the more impactful that star is in their role, where they disappear and they are just present with who they are playing, that impacts the audience. And then we have a relationship going. So imagine what could be created within your own life if you showed up with presence to your children, to your co-workers, to your spouse, to your partner, to your community. What would change? What could be created? What would happen if you showed up with that type of presence? Be interesting to play with. And notice where you are present and where you aren't. And what's happening in those times when you're not present. Till next week.